Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. I have launched a poll. Let me know if it's your first time here with us. Okay. We asked two people who probably streaming in. While as yes, we have some first timers here. So let me tell you more about what we do. We have a daily webinar where Jin will be walking you through his thoughts and ideas for specific currency for each day. Monday, Aussie and New Zealand, Euro. Tuesday is the Euro. Wednesday is the Pound. Thursday is the Yen and Gold. And Friday, Canadian Dollar and Bitcoin. So today it's Friday. So Friday, Jin will be speaking about the Canadian US CAD. Okay, as he will be taking us through different time frame. This webinar is going to be very beneficial to both long-term investors and short-term traders. During this session, Jin will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, highlight potential targets and risks. However, disclaimer, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. A quick introduction to Jin. Jin is the founder of LCMs Traders and Forex Briefcase. Jin runs LCMs Traders where he teaches traders Forex and how to be consistent and profitable. And of course, Forex Briefcase, which is our managed account service where Jin trades an AUM of more than 11 million USD on a daily basis. Jin has always been speaking on many stages globally about his views on the Forex market, and he is also continuously being invited for many interviews. Now, let me run a second poll and let me know, how do you get to know this webinar? Yeah, how do you get to know here? It's important for us to share with us on where you come from. Okay, so while you are doing this poll, let me take this opportunity to share with you more about LCMS Traders Club. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh boy. Okay, where is? There you go. Okay, this is not what. This is the Traders Club here. Okay, so this is really a private group on Facebook where we teach, guide, signal, and coach you to be a better and more profitable trader. This is the place to be, regardless whether you're new, experienced, part-time, or full-time trading. If you have joined us from the Telegram channel, which I see a lot of you are from there as well, you have been enjoying our trade signals absolutely free. A question that you might have is that when you're told when to get in, you were not told where to exit. In the Traders Club, we not only give you the signals earlier than the Telegram channel, we also tell you the signals behind the analysis behind the signals, okay, and also guide you on where to exit with specific reasons. So you can see here, yesterday we issued a sell US CAD 1.262 stop loss and the 3 possible take profit targets. We give you the analysis where you see step 1, we can look at fundamentals, the BOC express optimism, Canadian economy, and then we got step 2 trend, support resistance, indicators, and looking at possible any upcoming news. And that's where we issued the US CAD because we believe that the Canadian dollar has strengthened. And then you can see when it hits TP1 based on yesterday's market, we will suggest you to secure your profits because the market is a little bit volatile yesterday. So now you know, so that in the long run, you can see that you not only will earn from the signals, you will learn how to trade better. Now, if you want to learn new strategies, we require some coaching. We also have members-only live sessions on Monday and Wednesday evening. On Monday, we run through trade ideas, teach you new strategies, update you on recent market and economic developments, and most importantly, we also have Jin will be talking through what could happen in the coming weeks, and also most importantly as well, how to plan your trades. So it's really very important on Monday. And on Wednesdays, we will run live trading sessions so that you can trade together with Jin and also look at how he trades in the short term, on the short term, how he probably look at 1 minute, 15 minute, and also he also will update you on a 1 hour, 4 hour chart on what's happened in the market and what could be moving forward on the coming days. Now, lastly, we have large range of analysis we have for the club members here. We have the weekly currency correlation. We have the daily watch list where You can see here, we also have the day watch list where we have to look at the currency pairs in the morning, what actions you possibly could do, what kind of entry and potential profits coming in. Now, looking at all this, you can see all this information is really providing to you the best information, shortcutting your way to trading success. Now, this fantastic club, how do you join? All you got to go, the link will be posted up on the chat. And all you got to look for is the tradersclub.lcms.com.sg. It is a paid subscription of $199 a year. But for $199 a year, it's really less than $1 a day. If you are facing any uncertainty in your trading or taking any risk, you need to join the club to get some guidance towards profit and some coaching to improve your confidence and strategy immediately. So don't wait, and you should join now. Now, trading is really very lonely, but with a close-knit community ready to share, trading can be enjoyable and definitely profitable. So if you haven't joined yet, make sure you click this link here and join now. Okay, so now without further ado, I would like to pass it back to Jin to talk about the Canadian dollar.
Yep. I'm here. All right. So Friday, end of the week. Here we go. US CAD bounced off a support level. Let's look at the news to start up. Before I get into that, just a quick reminder again to everyone, if you have not already, I know we have a few new members or a few new viewers at this point, head on to the LCMS Traders 4-Day FX Kickstarter group. The link is going up there again in the chat. Join us. I will be teaching you how to trade the exact same methods, strategies. I'll give you all the tools, all the indicators, all the course material on the 26th and the 28th of Jan. You can see it here. It's not the 4 days, it's over 2 days now. So 2-day FX Kickstarter. Register for the course there, and then we'll provide you all that information. It starts at 7 p.m. GMT plus 8 Singapore time. It is fully online, so you can join us from anywhere in the world. At this point as well, as the link goes up, if you can help me out, click that link, copy it, share it onto your profile. Let's get as many people on board as possible. So that's happening next week. That's happening next week on Tuesday and Thursday night, teaching you how to trade the exact same strategies, methods, what to look out for, what to ignore, shortcutting your whole trading journey so that you start making money immediately. With that said, let's start looking at the news, give you an example of how I analyze the markets. ForexTradingAsia.com, register for your account there. Use the economic calendar here. This is Friday, so we're on Friday now, looking at what could happen today. We've got some news on the New Zealand dollar already. We spoke about the pound news coming out. Later today, when we talked about pound on Wednesday. We spoke about the euro on Tuesday. We spoke about the pound on Wednesday. Now we're focusing on the Canadian. So we got retail sales number tonight at 9:30 was 0.4%, expected to be 0.1%. Core retail sales expected to go from 1% to 0.3%. So what you should get a good idea, a quick brief bias here is that we might actually be looking at weaker data coming from the Canadian side. Retail sales number weakening, month-on-month numbers dropping from 0.4 to 0.1. Looks like a bad number. Core retail sales number going from 1% to 0.3, dropping quite significantly. Straight away, I'm getting that bias. We might see a weaker Canadian dollar. Followed with 10:45, we have the whole bunch of US news PMI numbers coming out. Manufacturing PMI expected to go from 57.1 to 56.5. Services PMI from 54.8 to 53.6. You will see that based on those two PMI numbers, They are expecting some downturn towards PMI, both in manufacturing and services, but they are still in that expansionary phase. So what this means is we might actually see um, a slight upward move in the US dollar if those numbers do come out at about 56 and 53 respectively. But it doesn't mean that if it's a bad number, it's going to be terrible because they're still in that still in an expansionary phase. So with that said, looking at the charts, this is the US CAD on the H4 time frame, US CAD on the H4 time frame. The last time I spoke about this, we said that it was likely to shoot upwards, and it did exactly that, bouncing off the 126.56 level. At that point, you see that green line. I said it would get to about 128.16. It didn't. It got to about 128 flat before retracing back down again. Right now, it looks like a good setup. It looks like perfect setup as what happened last week. Remember, looking at the news, I said we might see a weaker Canadian because of the retail sales number. We might see some US dollar strength because PMI numbers are still in the expansionary phase. Putting those two together, we might actually see the US CAD again react off this 126.56 level. React off this 126.56 level. You might have a 30 pip stop loss, bringing it up to the 128 flat again, and 120 pip take profit. Okay, so looking at above 126.72, 30 pip stop loss, 120 pip take profit. You're looking at a 1:4 risk reward ratio here. 1:4 risk reward ratio here. This would be a very good setup, combined with the economic data, combined with the technical reasons of it bouncing, breaking through that resistance now, keeping that 126.56 as a relatively strong support level after it breaks through. So I am looking forward to this trade upwards towards the 128 level. Okay, so relatively straightforward on the US CAD in this view. With that said, just doing a quick recap in terms of what we've been through this week. The Aussie US dollar, as I was saying on Monday, would come down to about 76.66, bounced up. It did exactly that, moving along this green line. Chinwei hates when I say this, but it moves along that green line as if I'm drawing the market. Right now, it's hit that 77.80 level, and it's turning back down. I think next week is going to be quite interesting for the Aussie dollar. So make sure you turn up on Monday. I'll guide you through the Aussie dollar. Kiwi dropped a little bit more than we expected. Went up, tested the 7167. Looks like it's coming back down again. Again, this looks like a good setup for next week on the Kiwi dollar. Euro US did that first part. It went up, hit 121.45, broke through. I think it broke through, but it looks like it might still come back down. We've had some optimism coming from the ECB. That's why it broke through that 121.45 level. I still think that we might see some downside following the trend from the past 2 weeks. Euro pound hasn't done anything. That's why there wasn't any lines. It's just been reacting at this 88.55 level. So we haven't done anything there. Pound dollar, first part done and dusted. Said that it would go up towards 137.27 and possibly turn back down. First part one, done. It's gone up to 137.27. I'm looking for it to react off this resistance level and turn down. If you didn't watch the video on Wednesday, look for that possible trade idea, 40 pips, 50 pip stop loss, 150 pip take profit, 1:3. That would be high on my watch list. US yen, first part, gone up, tested that 103.66 level as I drew there, looking for it to come down. Very small trade here, not super keen on it right now. Euro yen, I didn't have a line, so it's gone back up, tested 126, so it's at that point. Pound yen, again, no line there. Gold coming back down, possibly testing the 1845 level, looking for it to maybe track up towards the 1954 level. But I did say yesterday that this would be a bit of a longer term trade rather than something that would happen over this week or next week. So that's the US CAD, as we just spoke about. With that said, a lot of setups happening this a lot of setups has done quite well this week. One thing you're going to pay attention to is what could happen next week. All right. So those of you who have joined us first time now, or even if you're a regular, you know that you want to plan ahead. You want to look forward to what's going to happen. Monday is probably going to be a bit quiet because we're going to see, not a lot of news, but we're going to see trades start setting up, position starts getting into place. This is where you start planning for your trade ideas, right? Your trade opportunities. On Tuesday, we have Australia Day, so a good holiday in Australia. But we also have CPI numbers coming out. We've got a whole slew of pound numbers and also some consumer confidence coming from the US. On Wednesday, we have more CPI numbers from Australia. Look at a lot of CPI data coming from Australia year on year, quarter on quarter. This is one of the reasons why I think we might actually see quite a good move on the Aussie dollar, turning back down from that recent high. Some US, no, not a lot of US news. And then we've got rate decision on Thursday morning, 3 a.m. FOMC rate decision. And then so that's going to probably move the US dollar quite significantly on Thursday morning, 3 a.m. GMT plus 8 Singapore time. Got we've got GDP number as well. US GDP number releasing on Thursday night at 9:30. And then on Friday, we have a lot of Japanese numbers, which I don't really pay too much attention. We got more Aussie numbers coming out. And then a lot of Eurozone GDP numbers, followed with US employment data and the CAD GDP. So if you're looking to trade the US CAD, make sure you tune in on Friday next week as well. In fact, make sure you tune in every day next week, just so that I can guide you through every currency pair. So with that said, I will jump now to Daniel, and he'll share with you his thoughts on Bitcoin. I do think that there's a lot of opportunities in the cryptocurrency now, especially after what is done over the past couple of days. Daniel?
Okay, that's great. Let me share my chart as usual. Bitcoin, what has happened over since last week and in just few days ago? You can see that, I was looking at it, and last week I was just mentioning that it breaks through this trend line here, it possibly, and especially if it breaks 33860, this support level, it will most likely go to the 30,000 level and possibly even goes down all the way to 28,000. And what happened? It really shifts all the way down to 29,000 to near the support level. Now, what happened here is that, there are a few things, but most importantly was that when Janet Yellen, right, from the U.S., she suggested that to the lawmakers during her confirmation hearing that she will intend to curtail the use of Bitcoin because of a possible illicit activities. Wow, this kind of command is shouldn't be taken lightly, and indeed after which it really drops tremendously down. Now again, is there opportunity? There could be. Right now, there is opportunity coming in. Most likely right now, it will still, because of the news and today's Friday, immediate term, it will most likely sit across. Okay, it will most likely sit across. I mean, hovering between, I would say 31,000 and about 29,000. It will move across, and we will have to look for the later point where once this news is over, there will, if people at the buying momentum start to come again, it may actually bounce off on this trend line, the previous trend line. This is the inner trend line, this outer trend line here. And if it comes in, so watch out for it. If it moves all the way to, let's say, what was this level at 30,000, once it starts to break upwards in a direction, you can start to look for a possible buying opportunity. if it moves up, especially if it breaks above the 33,000 again, and you probably can see it go to about 40,000. But this will be a long-term incoming, because investors are going to be very cautious about investing in Bitcoin. But I believe that the bullish market may come in. However, of course, if you do see it break below the 28,000, 300,000, or in fact, let's go to the 4-hour chart. Okay, give me a minute. Where's my 4-hour? If you look at the 4-hour chart, it's very interestingly another level. Okay, I didn't do this, but you can see on another level. Let's use this shift up. You can see that actually this round number 30,000, it is a very right now is a very watch support level. Okay, it's going to be a very support watch level. You can see it bounce off, it breaks through, and then be bouncing off this 30,000 level. If it has indeed, if it breaks, maybe I'll say this, move across around 30,000. If it breaks down below the 30,000 and close below, you will most likely see a downward trend. Okay, you're going to see a downward trend moving downwards, but most likely, okay, and then you will even breaks the trend line as well for the daily chart. Okay, for the daily chart, if it breaks again, if it breaks 28,000, you know that there is a possibility, that the investors are going to be very afraid. And even speculators will be very afraid, and I believe it will even go all the way down to, I would say, 24,000, or even worst case 20,000. So there is a two possibility. We have to watch out. We have to be patient in this technical terms. The 30,000 level is going to move across, and if you breaks above the 33,800, the previous high, the resistance level here, of this resistance level, you may look to go up. But if it does, investors are worried, speculators are worried, if it breaks the trend line and it breaks below 28,000, most likely it's going to go down to about 22,000 or even 20,000 in the worst case situation. So yeah, so this is what we can see right now for Bitcoin. Okay, great. So now, I'm going to launch a poll. Okay, I'm going to launch a poll, and let me know, how do you find these sessions? Do let us know how do you find these sessions. It'll be nice, good to us. Please put it up on the post. Okay, so by the way, so a recording of this session will be uploaded in the LCMS Traders YouTube channel. So go ahead and go to the channel, link it up, like our channel, and actually watch it to review on the daily basis on what could happen on the currencies as well. So thank you for joining these sessions. Tomorrow is a Saturday, so there will be no session at all. Catch you back on Monday for the Aussie and New Zealand pairs. Okay, so catch you back. Looking forward to see you on Monday. Bye bye.